Are you ready to see the future? We're building our own future site using Fortune Teller's talent from Bloomburrow Commander. Let's go check it out. In front of you is Fortune Teller's Talent Combo, and it comes today as a donation deck from Andrew Vacon, aka Vash963, who recently won a Legacy Challenge with the Epics firm, by the way. Congratulations to you, Andrew, once again. And Andrew is a member of our Combo Cabal tier. With that, you get 1 hour coaching every month, but you also get a free donation deck. They're cashing it in to see a Martin Medmitten deck that we actually faced roughly 1 month ago. You can find that video in the card above, where I was playing Mathemagics and High Tide, and we paired into the deck that we're playing today. So I did not get this deck list from Martin Medmitten, but I did recreate it, because in game 1, Martin revealed their entire library, and I was able to reconstruct the numbers a bit, and then I've made some modifications, and then I came up with my own sideboard. So yeah, let's go through what this deck actually does before I get into the unique card choices. So the theory behind this deck is we're looking to leverage this card from Bloomburrow Commander, Fortune Teller's Talent, and an enchantment for 1 blue mana. The first chapter or mode of it is that you get to look at the top card of your library at any point. After that, you can pay 3 and a blue, 4 mana total to level it up to the second chapter. And now you can play cards from the top of your library, including lands. And then the third chapter for 2 and a blue says that spells cost 2 generic mana less to cast, which does come up because we have things like Candy Trail in the deck, which become free with the Fortune Teller's Talent fully leveled. So the whole idea behind this deck is to get this powerful blue enchantment onto the battlefield. And because of that, we play Enlightened Tutor, which serves a few different modes in this deck. It's a utility card, but its primary purpose is to find the Fortune Teller's Talent. After that, it grabs the Lion's Eye Diamond, which then levels up the Fortune Teller's Talent. So that is how we pay for those expensive costs, primarily with that Lion's Eye Diamond. And then sometimes it gets you things that you might need, like Defense Grid, that being the Enlightened Tutor. Or it can find a silver bullet out of the sideboard like a Haywire Might, for example. So Enlightened Tutor is a consistency piece, it's a combo piece, and it's an answer in this deck, making it a pretty great card for what we're looking to do here. Because we're playing cards from the top of our library, we're obviously interested in something like Dragon's Rage Channeler to sculpt the top card of our library, so that way we can always manage to cast enough spells to eventually Grapeshot our opponent for lethal. I did goldfish this deck in the practice room a handful of times. It's very good at winning turn 3 undisrupted. I was never able to make a turn 2 win happen. So you're really a turn 3 deck. We'll see how it fares today, but it's really spicy, and I actually really enjoyed playing it, so hopefully it does well. In the sideboard, I added in 4 copies of Urza Saga for blue decks. So my game plan is that we're a deck with only 10 lands. I want the ability to add in more lands and slow down and pivot. But Urza Saga makes a lot of sense to me. And then Urza Saga can grab something like a Skateboard to tap down Trinisphere, or a Haywire Might for Deafening Silence, Tormod's Crypt versus Graveyard decks, which, by the way, all 3 of these cards could also be found off of Enlightened Tutor, so they're not just Urza Saga targets. After that, we have Hexing Squelcher, which in our deck full of 0 mana artifacts does allow us to beat something like Chalice of the Void, for example, or blue decks. Lavinia is a card that was in Martin Medmitten's deck list. They were playing 1. At least they only boarded in 1 against me. And I was thinking about this. Lavinia is actually really good right now in the metagame. So the Tron deck can't play any of its 4 drops unless they have 4 lands in play, which means that they've slowed down, and Lavinia buying us that time is really powerful. On top of that, this deck likely cannot beat a Force of Vigor due to being based around Fortune Teller's Talent. Lavinia counters Force of Vigor if they try to play it for free. So Lavinia is actually super good in this deck list, and I love it quite a bit. We have 4 copies of Boomerang Basics between the main deck and the sideboard, and a deck looking to play cards off the top of its deck and draw cards. Boomerang Basics clearing the top of your deck for free is pretty darn good, and I think that's a great inclusion to be playing 4 of. And then a few copies of Surgical Extraction. They're free, which is a big thing, and they can be played on the draw versus a deck like Oops All Spells. I know we have not just Revival, but I think we want more than just 4 cards. So That is the deck list, and I did make some modifications. So Martin Medmitten was not playing the main deck defense grid. They had 3 main deck boomerang basics, and I feel like you need something for the blue decks, so I do want the defense grid there. They were only playing 8 lands, which honestly just felt like way too few, so I've added in a basic island and a surveil land, so that way even against wasteland decks we can cast our boomerang basics or brainstorm or whatever we need to. And then I think a surveil land is just a no-brainer. So I did make a couple changes, but for the most part, it is Martin Medmitten's deck list, and hopefully we do well with it today. I'd like to thank both Martin Medmitten for coming up with the deck and Andrew Vacon, aka Vash963, for the donation deck. Hopefully you all enjoyed this spicy brew, and I hope that we get to win some matches. Let's see if we can make that a reality in match number 1, and I'll see you there. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can also show your support by becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks such as badges, emotes, early access to videos, exclusive members-only content, and access to our members Discord section. As you increase the tiers, there are other rewards such as shop discounts, cyborg guides, and even free donation decks. Click the join button down below to find out more. We also have other ways you can support us, like theepicswarm.com/shop or submitting a donation deck via theepicswarm.com/donation decks. That's enough for now. Let's play some Magic. Welcome to match number 1 with Fortune Teller's Talent. We are on the play. I think we keep this. We don't have the Fortune Teller's Talent, but we do have a Candy Trail, which is like a colorless preordained. We'll try it. Volcanic Island into Candy Trail. Try 2, and there's the Fortune Teller's Talent. Let's go. Put it on top. And I think we want to play out some artifacts in case there are Chalice of the Void deck. Pass the turn. Okay. We're going to try to win now. We'll play Fortune Teller's Talent. I said earlier I've yet to have a turn 2, and now in game number 1 we're presented with the opportunity. It's not a guarantee here, but we'll see what we can make happen. We'll imprint the Noxious Revival, use the Lion's Eye Diamond, and we'll level up the Fortune Teller's Talent. And now I will Boomerang Basics and bounce the Mox Opal. We're going to draw a Candy Trail. I like that. Play Mishra's Bauble. I would love to make a turn 2 work here. Channeler. I mean, that's good. We'll play the Channeler. I can play the land. Play Urza's Bauble. We'll get the Surveil. Put it to the graveyard. Brainstorm. I guess we'll cast Brainstorm. Keep the Mox Opal on top. Ooh. Those are all good. I guess we'll put Noxious Revival and Candy Trail. No, let's stack it the other way. We'll put Lion's Eye Diamond on top. I think we're actually supposed to get rid of the Candy Trail now, which might be a little bit greedy. We'll play the Lion's Eye Diamond, surveil away the Volcanic Island, another Mox Opal, keep Dragon's Rage Channeler. I love that we're getting to do this in match 1 game 1 after I said that I haven't had a turn 2 win yet. We'll get rid of the land, keep the new Mox Opal. We'll play a 3rd copy of Dragon's Rage Channeler. And now I'm going to turn off my auto yields. I'm going to play Mox Opal. In response to these, I would like to sacrifice the Lion's Eye Diamond for blue. And then in response to these, let's put Boomerang Basics on top. Okay, and now I get more Surveil triggers. We'll put Bauble to the graveyard. Bauble to the graveyard. There's Grape Shot. I think we keep that. We're obviously going to keep the Boomerang Basics that I'm putting on top of the deck. Alright, Mox Opal. We'll tap it for a red. We'll Boomerang Basics on the Mox Opal. Still keeping the Grape Shot. And now we'll draw the Grape Shot. Play Mox Opal, Storm 17. Get rid of the land. Goodbye to the Scalding Tarn. I think I'm supposed to keep the Fortune Teller's Talent just for Storm here. We'll play the Fortune Teller's Talent. Get rid of the Conjurer's Bauble. Get rid of the Candy Trail. We'll keep Boomerang Basics. We'll make another mana, bounce the Mox Opal, keep the Lion's Eye Diamond, and then let's Mishra's Bauble them. Liliana of the Veil, Urza's Bauble, reveals an Urborg. Okay. I would like to Grape Shot you for 20. Can we make that happen here? We'll keep Lotus Petal, and keep Lotus Petal. I'll let you. Storm 20. Fortune Teller's Talent. Let's go. Love it. All of these Grape Shots. Beautiful. I might need to add Fortune Teller's Talent to my buy list. I do not own a set. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I don't own. I technically don't own 4 Enlightened Tutors. I think I have 2 Japanese foils, which is probably one more than I actually need. But I guess I don't own 4 of these. Yeah, I have the rest of the deck Japanese foil. And mostly signed. I think there's a couple cards I don't have signed yet. I don't have Squelcher signed. I don't have Skateboard signed. I know that none of you care about this, but I'm already down the rabbit hole now. And Boomerang Basics. That might be the entire list. But back to Magic, back to trying to win. So our opponent's likely playing some sort of Pox deck. We probably don't need the defense grid. I am interested in more Boomerang Basics. And then the question becomes, like, do we want Urza Saga versus a deck trying to disrupt us a bunch? And I think the answer might be yes. We could probably bring in a Haywire Might. That's 66 cards. So against a discard deck, I'm actually somewhat interested in getting rid of Enlightened Tutor because it's card disadvantage. And we're already going to be lower on resources. Get rid of the Chrome Mox, we probably don't need that. Maybe one Noxious Revival versus a Leyline of the Void deck. I am down to try this. I've had some bad luck with donation decks recently, a number of 0-4 results. I'm really hoping today we get my money back with this deck. It is powerful and it's fun, but sometimes Legacy can be very cruel with the pairings and things are really high power level, so sometimes you just run into really hateful decks. Yeah, I keep this. No Leyline of the Void. They play an Urborg, Dark Ritual, Orcish Bowmasters. I don't care. Sure. Another Dark Ritual into Damping Sphere. Okay, well, I do care about that. They have 2 cards in their hand. Let's fetch, grab the Volcanic Island, play Dragon's Rage Channeler. Pass the turn. They attack for 1, ouch. And now a Mishra's Factory, a Lotus Petal. We'll play Urza Saga. And then I think I'd like to play Candy Trail. Surveil. We'll put the Opal to the graveyard. It's a card I'd actually like, but I need the Delirium. And now we'll scry 2. So I think I want the fetch land. And then we'll keep Candy Trail on top and then surveil it. And I will pass the turn. They animate the Mishra's Factory. And they attack for 3, no blocks. Tabernacle. Strange. I think I'm going to let this go. Seems like a very weird spot to be playing Tabernacle, but whatever makes you happy. We'll play Scalding Tarn. And then let's play Mishra's Bauble. Pass the turn. They pay for the Orc Army, and now the Orcish Bowmasters. They pay for that as well. And they drew another land. Dothy Voidwalker. I'll fetch. We'll grab Tundra. This can resolve. End step, we will make a construct. I will pay for the construct token using the Urza Saga. We'll draw. And now we search with the Urza Saga. I don't even know if I care about the Damping Sphere anymore. Like, I don't think that's how I'm trying to win. But maybe I'm still supposed to get Haywire Might here. We have Land, Artifact, Creature. So we're 1 type short of Delirium. I could go Lion's Eye Diamond Grapeshot for 2, kill both the Orcish Bowmasters and the Orc Army, and then hit them for 6, putting them at 14. They can't block with the Dothy Voidwalker. Okay, we'll play Lion's Eye Diamond. Means that I probably shouldn't have gotten the Haywire Might then if this is the line. No, I'm not going to play the Grapeshot. We'll just attack for 6. As expected, they block with the Orc Army. They pay for Dothy Voidwalker and now the Orcish Bowmasters. They attack for 3. I will go to 10. Dark Ritual, okay. So you can pay a 3-drop here, which is Liliana of the Veil. Each player discards a card. I'll get rid of the Conjurer's Bauble. So I need to use this Haywire Might because if I don't, I need to sacrifice it anyway. So we'll exile the Damping Sphere and gain a little bit of life. Oh no, I don't gain life because of the Dothy Voidwalker. We're going to pay for both creatures here and attack both at the Liliana of the Veil. Looks like she's going to die. I will pass the turn. They animate the Mishra's Factory and they swing, so now I'm going to go to 4. This is not a great spot. I think I have to let the Channeler die and the Construct. So I can now kill both of these, and then then they have a Mishra's Factory, which is threatening lethal. Alright, so we'll kill the Dothy and the Bowmasters. And I need them to draw a card that is not good. In their upkeep, will Mishra's Bauble, Duress. I don't care about that. So the Mishra's Factory attack will put me down to 2. If need be, I could always gain 3 life off of a Candy Trail to buy a little bit of time. We'll Mishra's Bauble again. They're drawing a land next turn. All right, so we're going to draw 4 cards between our draw step plus Mishra's Baubles. Tundra, Lotus Petal, Mishra's Bauble, and an island. Okay, that could have been better. We'll play the Tundra, Lotus Petal, Mishra's Bauble, pass. So the card I draw off Candy Trail is probably, or they could play the Duress now. They should have waited. Because I'm forced to sacrifice the Candy Trail and draw a card, and then they could have played the Duress post-combat. So this would kill me, but we have the opportunity here to use Candy Trail. So I'll go up to 5. We draw Nurse's Bauble. And now I'm back down to 3. Mishra's Bauble, Wasteland. We draw off the Bauble. It's a Meticulous Archive. Alright, we need to draw into something good at some point. Another Candy Trail buys time. We'll play Urza's Bauble. Urza's Bauble. Our top card is a Candy Trail. They animate the Mishra's Factory. I know that they have a Swamp in hand. This puts me down to 1. In the Wasteland, that's right. We'll use the Urza's Bauble. I believe it's a Swamp, and it is. And this one as well. So now we'll draw 3 cards. One of which is the Candy Trail plus 2 unknowns. Goodbye to Volcanic Island. Boomerang Basics. Hey, there we go. We'll play our land. And Fortune Teller's Talent. Our top card is an Urza Saga. Not very good here. We'll play Candy Trail. Get rid of the Urza Saga. We'll keep the diamond on top. And then I'm going to hold priority here, or at least attempt to. And bounce Candy Trail. It never works. Ever. Oh, okay. We'll play diamond and Candy Trail. Get rid of both of these. We'll make blue mana, level up the Fortune Teller's Talent, and then we'll bounce the Candy Trail. Another Lion's Eye Diamond is good. We'll play that. Play the Candy Trail. Saga on the bottom, Mox Opal on top. Play the Opal. Urza's Bauble. I'm going to Boomerang Basics here and bounce my Mox Opal. Play the Lotus Petal. Urza's Bauble. Play the Mox Opal. And here I'm going to try to hold priority again and sacrifice the diamond for blue so I can level up the Fortune Teller's Talent. Uh-oh. Maybe I'm not allowed to now. Well, I guess I could keep the land in hand. Yeah, we'll do that. And then Channeler's underneath. I'm trying to think if I'm actually allowed to level up here. I don't think I am. It would make the Candy Trail free, and then I'd have 2 open mana. It's a tough call. I'm going to do it. It might cost me the game, but I'm going to go for it here. Get rid of the Fortune Teller's Talent. I think we want the Channeler. Sacrifice a petal. We'll play Channeler. Brainstorm. Let's play Brainstorm. Surveil. We'll get rid of the Fortune Teller's Talent. Brainstorm on the stack. There we go. Alright, so Diamond was a huge draw here. We'll play the Diamond. I forgot about the Channeler. I'm going to keep the Brainstorm on top. I should have stacked it differently. That's my bad. 3 blue. We'll play the Brainstorm, surveil away the Fortune Teller's Talent. Brainstorm, Flooded Strand, Petal. Play the Petal. Get rid of the Flooded Strand. So now, if I use the Candy Trail, I can go up on life. That makes it so I can use the Noxious Survival on Grape Shot to win the game. I go to 2. We'll get rid of the Boomerang Basics. And now I can play Grape Shot for 1 mana. Target you. We did it! It's just good, clean Magic the Gathering, let me tell you. Boom! Fortune Teller's Talent. Looking spicy here in match number 1. Yeah, I'm going to need to buy some Fortune Teller's Talents. Maybe I'll look it up in between games and see how much money they are. Alright, hopefully you enjoyed that. If you did, stick around and watch match number 2. Packs.com is the new way to open your favorite cards. It's a site where you open digital packs of trading cards like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, and One Piece cards, and have the cards you open mailed quickly and securely to you. With a wide range of packs to choose from, such as the latest Magic sets, Kaladesh inventions, or even beta. I'm going to open a beta pack. What's great about Packs.com is you can see all of the cards and their odds of being opened in each pack. Now it's time to open one and see what I get. Come on, Black Lotus! If you don't like what you opened, you could sell it back instantly for more packs, or sell it and pick a specific card from the marketplace over at packs.com/market. If you want to check out packs.com, make sure to click the link in the description of this video and use code STORM5 when making a purchase for 5% extra on your first purchase. Welcome to match number 2. We're on the draw. This seems like a reasonable hand to me. We will keep. They play a Marsh Flats, okay. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Not a bad draw, but I currently cannot cast it. We'll play Candy Trail. And we found the fortune teller's talent. Let's go! Pass the turn. They fetch. Looks like they're on energy. They play a wasteland. Ouch. I think we'll just play the meticulous archive here. I guess we keep the bauble. I don't know if I have strong opinions on that. Another mountain. And a voice of victory. So my only concern here is I can level up the talent, but if they have a static prison and I'm forced to pass, I lose. So I'm going to try to set it up so I never have to pass the turn. And that was incredibly good. Okay, so how do we want to do this? If I do, like, I'm just talking out loud here. If I put Bauble Channeler, I think that's it. This works. Chrome Mox will imprint the boomerang basics. Volcanic Island, Petal, Diamond, Fortune Teller's Talent, use the Diamond, level up the Talent, Channeler, and now we play Bauble, and we have to hope to get lucky from here. And we actually hit the Diamond. Let's go! Alright, we'll play Diamond. I think we want to leave Enlightened Tutor here. We'll make 3 white, Enlightened Tutor. I don't think there's any point to casting a Noxious Revival. And our opponent has conceded. Nice. We're doing it. Let's go. We'll bring in Boomerang Basics. Probably don't need Defense Grid. Then the question becomes, like, do you want to bring in Urza Saga Haywire Might for, like, a Deafening Silence pivot? And I don't think that Urza Saga is going to be good, but you could bring in the Haywire Might as, like, an Urza Saga, or I'm sorry, as an Enlightened Tutor target. We have to board out 2 cards, so probably, like, the Chrome Mox, and maybe a Conjurer's Bauble, and we'll try this out. This hand is trash. We will mulligan. I guess we keep and we'll bottom the Grape Shot. If we draw another Lion's Eye Diamond, this hand goes bananas. Well, not anymore. We'll play Mishra's Bauble, pass the turn. They have a Wasteland, and 2 Voice of Victory. We're still in this. If I could draw a fetch land for a basic island, like, we have the Haywire Might for Deafening Silence. Like, fetch land would actually be the nuts. And Ajani, they swing. I'm at 17. We'll play the Lotus Petal and Haywire Might, pass the turn. I think I don't need a block and I can just eat the damage here. I'll just take it. We have another Wasteland. A second copy of Ajani? No, Guide of Souls, okay. I think I need to use the Bauble now. The 3rd Wasteland is their top card. Another Enlightened Tutor is not good. So next turn they're going to swing, which will create 2 1/1s, which will trigger the Guide of Souls. I don't think I'm dead, so I'm going to pass. It might be greedy, but that's what I'm going to do. Actually, I should play out the Bauble, maybe, because then my Opal has Metalcraft. After I sacrifice the Haywire Might, that is. Okay. So I'm at 11. The Guide of Souls triggers, and now they can jump something. We're going to jump the cat. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I would go to 2. But I still can block something here. And then before damage, we'll exile the Deafening Silence. I'm at 5. End step, we'll use the Urza's Bauble, Hexing Squelcher, and we do it. Another Diamond is great. Okay, so we'll begin by playing Lion's Eye Diamond. So I could lose to a Mindbreak Trap here. I think I'm supposed to play around the trap and play the Talent next. And now Lion's Eye Diamond, Lotus Petal. And honestly, I think I'm just going to sack both diamonds here. I don't know if there's much of a point to casting Boomerang Basics. Okay. Level up the Fortune Teller's Talent. We'll play Candy Trail for mana, I think. Scry. Keep both of these. Diamond. Opal. Play the Bauble. Now we'll use the Lion's Eye Diamond to level up the Fortune Teller's Talent again. We'll play another Candy Trail, this time for free. Both of these can go on top. Play the Urza's Bauble. We'll Boomerang Basics on Candy Trail. Play our land for the turn. Mishra's Bauble. Urza's Bauble. We will tap the Tundra. Play Candy Trail. Get rid of the Tundra. We'll keep Brainstorm. Cast the Brainstorm. Put back the 2 cards I don't want. And now I'm going to Enlightened Tutor. We'll grab another Candy Trail. Play it for free. We find the Grape Shot. I don't know if this is a card I actually want to play at the moment. We'll put Grape Shot on top. Mox Opal above it. Play another Mox Opal. I'll tap the Opal for a blue, cast Boomerang Basics. We'll play Mox Opal from hand. So the Grape Shot will use both of my available mana. So I want to target here. Lion's Eye Diamond. I'll go to 3. Lion's Eye Diamond is Storm 22. Grape Shot is Storm 23. I'll let you. Boom. Fortune Teller's Talent. I did not believe that we would start this league 2-0, but here we are. Maybe we'll win match number 3 as well.
Building a new deck usually means getting hit with a dozen different shipping fees from a dozen different sellers. It adds up fast, and honestly, it's the worst part of buying cards. That's why I switched to Card Trader Zero. You shop their global marketplace, but instead of having every seller ship to you, they ship to Card Trader's hub first. Card Trader then packs everything into a single shipment for you, and it saves a small fortune on shipping fees. This package from Card Trader just arrived. These are 4 dark rituals that came from 4 different sellers, but they all arrived in one envelope, and every card was quality checked by the Card Trader team before it hit my door. Check out the link in the description to try Card Trader Zero's optimizer for yourself. Stop paying for multiple shipments and get just one.
Alright, welcome back for the third match. We're on the draw versus someone who always plays Show and Tell combo. We've open-handed the Fortune Teller's Talent and the mana to level it up. So, I don't know how you're supposed to approach this. You could try to hold the Fortune Teller's Talent and allow them to Show and Tell it into play. I'm not really sure what the right move is here. They mulligan to 5. They have a Polluted Delta. We found another Mox Opal. We'll play Lotus Petal. Urza's Bauble. Let's play Mox Opal. Lion's Eye Diamond. I'm unsure if I should try to sneak in the Fortune Teller's Talent or not. Maybe I'll Brainstorm. Maybe it's a coward's move, but... Ooh, another talent. So I can actually put back... I can double talent here. Okay. So we'll play Diamond. Play Mox Opal. Oh man, I didn't think we were going to get a turn 2 and there's a possibility of a turn 1 right now. Alright, blue, level up, and now we'll Brainstorm. We found the Grape Shot, but I'm not really interested in Grape Shot right now. Lion's Eye Diamond is right underneath it. Okay, so we'll put these 2 back. Now we'll Brainstorm from 10. This hits the Diamond. There's a Tundra under... Well, I haven't played a land yet. Okay, so I'll play the Diamond, and then we can level up the Talent again, assuming this even resolves. Alright, so now we'll pay 3, level up the Fortune Teller's Talent. I want to turn 1 win so badly here. Defense Grid on the stack. They have 4 cards in their hand. Unfortunately, we're in a spot where I have to Grape Shot, and then we can play Tundra as our land for the turn. But we need good spells underneath that Tundra. Are you conceding? What's the lag? Nope, you're just slowly clicking through them. Okay. I was like, are they conceding to this non-lethal Grape Shot? I hope so. We'll play the Tundra. Enlightened Tutor, let's go! Okay. So is the best thing here a Candy Trail? It might be. I think it might actually be Candy Trail. Yeah, Candy Trail it is. We'll play the Candy Trail. So Noxious Revival would win the game with the Lotus Petal on top. Scry 2, Channeler. I don't think we actually want Channeler. Like, I could go Lotus Petal Channeler, but then it has to be a 0 underneath. I'm going to bottom the Channeler here. Because if we play Petal and then hit Noxious Revival, we have a win. Diamond is obviously good. We'll play the Lion's Eye Diamond. Mishra's Bauble. Alright, I'll crack Diamond for red. We'll play the Channeler. Guess I'll draw a card here with the Candy Trail. Boom is okay. We'll bounce the Mox Opal, keep the Bauble, play the Mox Opal, get rid of the Flooded Strand, Mishra's Bauble, get rid of the Scalding Tarn. I think we're going to do it. Ooh, tough call here. I think you're supposed to play the Channeler. Now we'll play Urza's Bauble, get rid of the Island. I can't play Enlightened Tutor. We have to surveil this away. Okay, that means we're still in it. I can't afford to put the Grape Shot on top, but what I can do is put a Diamond on top that makes mana. We'll get rid of the Meticulous Archive, keep the Candy Trail, play the Lion's Eye Diamond. We want Candy Trail. Let's use the Bauble. They have a sneak attack. We'll use Mishra's Bauble. Emrakul. We'll play the Candy Trail. Get rid of Volcanic Island. Get rid of the Scalding Tarn. Scry. That's the ball game. We have a turn 1 win. I did not think it was going to happen. We'll sacrifice the diamond for red. Noxious Revival on Grape Shot. Oh my. Maybe I should, trash talk deck's capabilities a little bit more often in the deck tech, because I said this deck wasn't very fast and then it's proved me wrong twice. We just beat Sneak and Show in game 1. Let's go. Love it. We definitely want Lavinia. Hexing Squelcher. I don't know if we want the Boomerang basics. Could probably get rid of Chrome Mox and Conjurer's Bauble. I'm still in shock that we just pulled off a turn 1. Let's go. Oh, that was sweet. There were several points during that turn I was convinced we were going to fizzle. This hand is incredible. Keep. They mulligan to 6. They have a turn 1 Scalding Tarn, Volcanic Island, into Ponder. They play a Lotus Petal, 4 cards in their hand. Draw a Tundra. I think we just play Tundra and pass here. And if they show and tell, I can put in Defense Grid and then win, which is what I'm hoping for. They play Ponder, and now a Polluted Delta, and step Enlightened Tutor. We'll grab the Fortune Teller's Talent. They have 4 cards. Maybe I'm supposed to just play the Talent. Because if they force, they have 2 cards in their hand. Play Scalding Tarn. But I guess they could have a Pyroblast. Alright, we'll fetch. I think I'm going to just play Defense Grid. They force a Will, pitching Omniscience. Okay. I mean, that's a win for me. We will pass. 3 cards in their hand. They fetch with the Polluted Delta. Race stock up. They play Scalding Tarn, 3 cards still in their hand. Squelcher. My fear is if I take the time off to play Squelcher, I'm going to die. But what are the odds they have another piece of counter magic here? Seems kind of low. So I could play the Talent off of Volcanic Island. And then Lion's Eye Diamond Opal. The Opal is not active. I could play the Candy Trail to then make the Opal active and activate the Fortune Teller's Talent. I cannot actually use the Enlightened Tutor. So whatever we scry to the top with the Candy Trail has to get the job done. Alright, let's play the Fortune Teller's Talent. If they force this, then we Enlightened Tutor for another one. Like, that's actually great. Another Opal. I don't mind seeing that. We'll play Lion's Eye Diamond, Mox Opal, Candy Trail. Keep both of these on top. Blue. Doesn't matter. Level up the Artist Talent. Play Lotus Petal. Another Mox Opal. Are we going to make it happen? I have not played a land, so Flooded Strand is actually great here. I don't think I want the Hexing Squelcher. Maybe that's crazy. I guess I'll keep my Shuffle effect, and I'll play it. Play the Channeler. I don't think I can cast the Brainstorm. Yeah, like, I can't fetch and pay costs. Like, it doesn't work like that. That's a bummer. I have to fetch now. We'll grab Tundra. And of course, I reveal the Channeler. I have to pass the turn and hope I'm not dead. They fetch with Scalding Tarn. Please don't kill me. They surveil away an Emrakul. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Oh, geez. 3 mana. Show and tell. Into Emrakul. Well, that doesn't kill me. So I can tap this. Play the Channeler, which now means I can use the Fortune Teller's Talent. And I get 2 surveils now. So I think we'll probably be able to win here. Lion's Eye Diamond is great. We'll play it. Keep Lotus Petal on top. They're at 16. I'll use the diamond. We'll level up the artist, or I'm sorry, I keep on saying Artist Talent. Fortune Teller's Talent. And now we'll play Lotus Petal. Get rid of the island. Keep Enlightened Tutor. We'll play Enlightened Tutor. Keep Candy Trail. Keep Candy Trail. In fact, I might be searching out a Candy Trail here. Could I just draw it? Yeah, I think I'm going to. I want to draw the Candy Trail. And we'll grab another one. Play it for free. Get rid of the Brainstorm. Keep the Lotus Petal. I'm just trying really hard to not fizzle here. Want both of these. Play the Lotus Petal. Keep Noxious Revival. Look at my graveyard. I think it's Lion's Eye Diamond. I'll go to 19. Get rid of Volcanic Island. We don't need another Dragon's Rage Channeler. With this on the stack, I can cast another one. We'll target Candy Trail. Ooh, another Noxious Revival. Keep it on top. And then we'll put Lotus Petal on top. And a 4th Noxious Revival. If I didn't auto-yield to these, I could respond better, but I didn't. Alright, we'll target Mox Opal. We'll get rid of the Meticulous Archive. Now this is storming, let me tell you. And now we'll slowly resolve all of our Noxious Revivals. Lion's Eye Diamond. Keep. Keep. We'll play Candy Trail for free. I want my Lotus Petal. I want the Lotus Petal. Yep. I mean, I put them there. They're at 16, so at this point, it's just about finding the Grape Shot. And with Candy Trails in play and spare mana, you're pretty unlikely to fizzle. Get rid of the Fortune Teller's talent. We'll keep Lion's Eye Diamond. Play the Lion's Eye Diamond. We now have Lethal Storm. Put the Mishra's Bauble on top, and we'll play it. Goodbye to Flooded Strand. We'll keep the Mishra's Bauble. Keep the Urza's Bauble. Okay, slowly chaining through the deck until we find it. Goodbye to Scalding Tarn. And Urza's Bauble will keep. Just trying to make sure we don't fizzle. That's the main thing here. We'll tap the Opal for a red and Grape Shot for 22. We'll keep the Lavinia on top, I suppose. We're 3-0. Not only are we 3-0, we actually have not lost a game yet. Maybe this deck is better than I thought. Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks. We have a test in match number 4. We're facing the trophy leader. We're on the play. Trying to get our own trophy right now. Okay, so we have the ability to play Fortune Teller's talent, but no mana to level it up. Unfortunately, I think that this is a mulligan. And I think we'll keep this. Get rid of the Noxious Revival. We'll play Scalding Tarn and Fetch. Volcanic Island. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Lotus Petal. Surveil. Ding Dong, pass the turn. Our opponent plays an Urza Saga. Interesting. Mox Diamond. Not a blue deck. They're usually a blue player. They're on lands, and they got rid of a Boseiju Who Endures. Turn 1 Sphere of Resistance. That's not kind. We'll play the Fortune Teller's talent. Trigger the Surveil. Ooh, Boomerang Basics. Let's go. Okay. Attack for 1. Thespian Stage. We draw the Boomerang Basics. Play the Candy Trail. I need more mana, but Lotus Petal actually isn't enough mana. Candy Trail. Yeah, I need like a Lion's Eye Diamond or something. Noxious Revival is cool, but once again, doesn't do it. I think I have to get rid of both of these. Enlightened Tutor's interesting. Next up, they make a Construct. And now another. They grab a Soul Guide Lantern. Sure. They attack for 5. No blocks, I'll go to 14. Wasteland. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Brutal. I might have actually been able to win if it weren't for the Wasteland. Because at end step, I could have Enlightened Tutored for Lion's Eye Diamond, untap, bounce the sphere, and then try to win off the talent. But I don't think I can anymore. I just have to pass. They play a Forest and Needle. Yeah, they've got me. There's nothing I can do here. Okay. We were close, but the Wasteland did me in. We'll bring in the Lavinia. The additional copies of Boomerang Basics. We want the Haywire Might. We don't need Conjurer's Bauble or Chrome Mox. Get rid of the defense grid. I don't think that this is a very good Urza Saga matchup, so I don't want to bring that in here. And I think I'll board down 2 copies of Noxious Revival, which could be a little risky. I'm aware of that, but they are like a crop rotation Bazooka Bog deck, and most list play an Endurance or 2 in the sideboard. So I'm going to try this out. On the play. Sure, we'll keep. We'll play Urza's Bauble, Mox Opal, play the Dragon's Rage Channeler, Lotus Petal, Surveil, get rid of the Urza's Bauble, Chandra, look at a card in their hand, which is a Yevamaya Cradle of Growth, and actually I'll use the other Bauble too. So now we'll draw 2 cards, another Mox Opal, okay. They play the Yevamaya into Exploration and a Wasteland. I will cast Brainstorm. Surveil. Keep the Channeler. I think like going Beatdown versus the Force of Vigor deck could be good. Okay. Would have liked to have hit. We did not. Well, Noxious Revival on Urza's Bauble. For the Candy Trail to the graveyard. Play the Bauble. I think we just get rid of the talent here. Maybe that's crazy. Let's do it. Play the Channeler. Get in there for 3. They play Mox Diamond and an Urza Saga. Wasteland. 2 cards in their hand. Away from the loam. Let's bobble them. I probably should have done this in response and not look at 2 cards I already knew about. Enlightened Tutor and an island. Swing for 6. They'll go to 11. Away from the loam. Thespian Stage Dark Depths. What a combo. Oh, jeez. Oh, that was quite the dredge. We're just dead. I don't think I have anything to Enlightened Tutor for to keep me alive here. So this is the deck list. I cannot Enlightened Tutor for a Boomerang Basics. I boarded in the Haywire Might, but that doesn't help me here. I think I'm just screwed. I don't think there's a draw that gets me out of this. I'll just take my draw step. We'll play the diamond, get rid of Tundra, get rid of Mox Opal, and I have to attack. It's not a choice. We'll swing. They're actually going to block one? Why do I not have Boomerang Basics? Oh, geez. Bummer. Okay. So we ended up getting our first match loss. Unfortunate. The dream is dead, but we could still finish this strong with a 4-1 record. Let's go do that. Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $15.99. This token combo pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens featuring classic Storm and Mana tokens with new inclusions such as our modern Ruby Storm package, but that's not all. Our token pack covers a variety of formats from Pauper to CDH with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game. The final round of this Legacy League, we are on the draw, and I will keep. If we drew a Fortune Teller's Talent off the top, this is a turn 1 win, but, 4 out of 53, not the best odds. We'll play Lion's Eye Diamond, Mox Opal, Channeler, versus Bobble, Surveil. Get rid of that Chrome Mox, we don't want that. Another Urza's Bobble. I think we'll keep the Candy Trail. And then I'm going to give myself the opportunity to draw into Enlightened Tutor and pass. Because if I draw Enlightened Tutor off the second draw, I could cast it on their end step. But I didn't. They swing, no blocks. Land number 2. They Lightning Bolt targeting my Channeler. Could have done that pre-combat and dealt me an extra damage. They suspend a Rift Bolt. Well, that is an Enlightened Tutor. Okay. So, yeah, I guess we'll play Candy Trail because that's how we would draw into it. And Candy Trail has the upside of just finding it here too. It doesn't, but it could have. So then we'll play Lotus Petal, Enlightened Tutor for the Fortune Teller's Talent. So my question is, should I try to go for it here? I could crack both diamonds for 6 mana, use the Candy Trail, draw into it, play it, and then sacrifice 1 petal and then level up. But then we have to win off of a single mana. It's possible. We'll gain 3 life, draw a card, play the Fortune Teller's Talent, and our top card is another one. Alright, we'll level up. Pass the turn. They Rift Bolt me, I will go to 18. Land number 3, 3 cards in their hand. They play a Goblin Guide. And now they skewer the critics. I'll go to 15. They attack for 5, I'll be at 10. Oh, wow. Okay. So I go to 12 and they're attacking for 6. I'm dead next turn to a Lightning Bolt. Our top card is another talent. No way. I guess I'm just punished here for going for it on that 1 turn. I can't do anything else. Pass. Need them to draw a land. Nope. We are dead. That's disappointing. Okay. Maybe I was too aggressive. We'll bring in Boomerang Basics, get rid of the defense grid, say goodbye to Conjurer's Bobble. That's just some bad luck. I don't even think the going for it was the wrong call. I think just revealing double Fortune Teller's Talent to itself was what lost us that game. I'll keep this. We'll play Volcanic Island, Dragon's Rage Channeler, versus Bobble, Surveil, keep the diamond, pass the turn. Goblin Guide, they swing, I'll go to 18, no blocks. We'll play the Lion's Eye Diamond, another one. I think I want to keep that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should have gotten rid of it. Because I need to Enlighten Tutor anyway, and I have no way of drawing into it that's effective. We'll play the Candy Trail. Goodbye to Brainstorm. Rift Bolt is their top card. We'll attack for 1. Pass the turn. Draw a random card, which is Grape Shot. Not a good draw. They have land number 2. Another Goblin Guide. We'll let 1 resolve. Another Channeler. I guess I can let the other one resolve too. We're at 14. And step Enlightened Tutor. Get rid of the Channeler. We'll grab a Fortune Teller's Talent. I think I just have to hope to get lucky here. Get rid of the Brainstorm. Fortune Teller's Talent. I mean, that is getting lucky. Level up the talent. And they have a red elemental blast, so I am blown out. Okay, we just lost. They still have 5 cards in their hand. They bolt my Channeler and suspend a Rift Bolt. I draw a Lotus Petal, we'll play it. Pass the turn. I go to 7. I'm at 4. I'll just use the Candy Trail, it doesn't matter. I'm dead. Our top card is a Noxious Revival. Lovely. Okay, they got us. So we finished this league 3-2. Honestly, I thought the deck was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed playing it today. I was hoping for something better, but going into the league, I told myself I would be happy if I got my money back, and we did exactly that. So, moving forward. Going into the league, I thought the Cyborg Urza Sagas would be better, but we didn't actually face blue decks. And this is where I expected to side them in. Maybe we faced one blue deck, I can't remember. But that's where I thought they would be good. But then when we boarded in the Haywire Might, I didn't feel like we had matches where the Saga and Haywire were good together. If you have strong opinions on something that should be in the sideboard, I think you cut Urza Saga. I think you want every other card. Obviously, with the Sagas leaving, you would get rid of Skateboard, but I would still keep Haywire Might, I think, just for Enlightened Tutor. I thought the deck was a lot of fun. I would play it again in the future. Not anytime soon, but I would play it again in the future. It was really sweet. So thanks to Martin Medmitten for creating the deck. Thank you to Andrew Vacon for the donation deck. And thank you to all of you for watching the video. If you liked it or have feedback or anything like that, let me know in the comment section. I really would like to hear from you. But that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. And as always, keep storming. That was a sweet donation deck. If you're interested in seeing your favorite combo deck here at the Epic Storm, visit theepicstorm.com/donation decks, where you can submit a deck to be featured here on this channel. And on top of that, if you're a higher member tier of this channel, like a Stormtrooper or a Combo Cabal, you get 50% off or even free. So there's tons of perks. Submit a donation deck today.